Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Um, I have an idea for today's episode. Because I was bored. I didn't know what else to talk. Well, there's a lot to talk about in the news, but this is more lighthearted, and maybe we'll talk about the heavier stuff later. Maybe we'll talk about it after Derek Chauvin after his case has been ended or whatever when the jury reaches a decision. But that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. We're not going to talk about right now. That's a heavy subject that personally I don't want to deal with very much. So I'm not going to until I'm ready. And I thought to myself the other day, I thought, Kaylin, you have a lot of CDs. And my brother and other people do make fun of me for I still buy CDs. These CDs aren't just all old. I mean, a lot of them are old, but I have ones that are current because I like physical media. I still buy DVDs. I still buy Blu-rays. Because I like to do that. I like collecting things that are unnecessary and unneeded. It's just really a hobby of mine. And I also, well, I'll show my comic books another day. But today this is gonna be a haul. So if you're listening to this in podcast form, you're not going to be able to see the things, but I will post the video as well. So I have half of my stack of CDs right here. I don't have the full thing. The other half is on a shelf, and I will break that out. If this doesn't end up being too long, I'll break that out. But I have a stack of, I'm not counting them. Um, I mean, I've never counted them. I'll count them at the end. But yeah, so we all know I love music. I love music. I love pop music specifically. But I have a lot of random CDs. It's funny because some of these are going to be very interesting because I think like maybe two or three of them I don't think I've ever even actually listened to. Like the album in general. Like I bought them and I was like, "Oh, this is this album." I never did. Like even on Spotify, digitally, whatever. I just never got into it. I might have listened to a song or two, but I mean, in the future sometime when I learn how to drive, maybe I'll put these in my car and they'll have a use. I wanted to start like doing vinyl, like collecting vinyl, buy a vinyl record player. And here's why I am not doing that and have not done it. Those hoes are expensive. Okay, you buy the record player. Okay, sure, $50 for a decent one. Yeah. Okay, then every record after that is like $30 if you want a new one. And even like old ones, they're not cheap. Those things are like $20. And I'm like, this is old and no one wants it. This should be $5, even for the vinyl. I'm just throwing that out there to all the vinyl shops out there. Absolutely ridiculous. But CDs are like $12 at the most, $9.99 if they go on sale and when they get old. I mean, it's just it's just maybe vinyls probably sound better and stuff, but like I'm not just playing the music out loud around my house. And if I do, I just play from my laptop on Spotify. Do you know what I mean? So so we're gonna start. How about that? We'll start with the haul. The first CD, and I'm going but CD by CD. So that's what a haul is. So our first one is Mary Mary's self-titled album. Hold on, I'll do the little beauty. It doesn't make sense with the CD because it's too big. But yeah, first one I have is Mary Mary. I think this is the first CD I ever owned because back in the day, my mother heavily policed my music. And I think like when we were in the car, we would listen to like Radio Disney, which had like the Disney bops, and like Umbrella by Rihanna for some reason was on Disney. Whatever. But yeah, this is the first CD I owned, and I don't know if somebody bought it for me or I bought it. But like this is when I was like, oh, I want to buy CDs. Da, da, da. And whether or not you're a fan of gospel music, this music hits. It slaps. Okay, this is a good. I don't listen to it anymore, but I still have it because it's my first, and it's Grammy nominee sticker. It says right there, Grammy nominee. This is a good album. It really is. Um, it's some pop bops in there for a little gospel album. It's good. And this okay. Some of these, maybe like just this one and another one that I'm not gonna show, but um, some of them I don't have the like original case for, and I don't know where they are. So they're in these like cheap random plastic clear covers that we had. And this, I don't know if you can even see it in this stupid camera, but this is Raven Simone's first album. I think she might have only had like one or two, but this is back when she was still on Disney. And I was a Raven fan. I watched That's a Raven religiously. And so I have this Hollywood Records, girl. She was, this is it. The CD cover is very cute. It's very like 2007. This is from 2004. So there you go, 2004. And this is back in the day when you could put the CD in your computer and it had special features. I think there's like a music video or something on it. Back when you couldn't just pull it up on YouTube, this was the stuff. And these songs are good. Like, in all fairness to her, I mean, they're very 2004, but they're good. Like, that's what's up. Black excellence, I guess. Okay, this one is very special to me. Do not laugh. I'm not joking when I say this. This one is the Lemonade Mouth soundtrack. And I love this dearly with my whole heart. I love these songs to this day. This came out in what, 2011 or something? And I remember watching the movie. You know how, I don't know if y'all know this, but like if you used to watch DComs like I did religiously, when a new one would air, they would air it every day. Like they would, if it was a new one, they were dropping that thing back to back to back. If it was a musical, oh, you better believe you were getting the original movie played 1,000 times. You were getting the sing along. You were getting the dance tutorials, like on High School Musical. Lemonade Mouth. Some of these songs could have been on the radio, like the real radio. Like they're so good. If you've never heard "She's So Gone" by Naomi Scott, this is Naomi Scott's origin story. Okay, if you know Princess Jasmine from the live action Aladdin, Naomi Scott is where it's at. And she also has her own music, which I don't, I wish I had a physical copy, like a physical CD, but I don't think she has one. Naomi Scott is where it's at. Bridget Mendler too. We're gonna see Bridget Mendler later down the line in this hall. Okay, you better believe it. They're so good. The only people who have made a career for themselves on this album are the girls. I think Adam Hicks got arrested for something, and the other kid, nobody cares where he is. So the girls are really doing it for themselves. Bridget Mendler makes bops. Naomi Scott makes bops. Haley Kiyoko, gay icon. So this is really where it's at. This is the origin story of some great pop stars, and I cannot stress enough. Naomi Scott has a couple of EPs and stuff on Spotify and everywhere. They're so good. They're very good. It's not poppy though. It's not. So if you like that kind of stuff like I do, it's not the same as that. It's very smooth, um, almost like smooth alternative pop. I don't really know what to call it. Anyway, we're gonna move on. If anybody likes musicals, they like Wicked. If you're a person who's like, so the next one is the Wicked soundtrack. I also have a lot of soundtracks, but if you're a person who's like, I don't like Wicked, nobody likes you. I'm just throwing that out there. Like if you're a musical person, you're like, I don't like Wicked. Nobody likes you. This is my favorite musical. I'm a basic hoe. I love Wicked. It just, the music is good, the story is good, the characters are good. It really, I'm not asking for much. It's very simple and I love it. It's, look at this cover too. I love their little cover art for the playbills and stuff. It's so pretty. I saw Wicked. You get, well, this video is grainy, but you can see on my wall back there. That's a Wicked playbill. That's a Wicked playbill. I finally got to see it in like 2014. I saw it a while ago. It's so good. No, wait, 2017. What am I saying? But yeah, it came to Houston, and if you ever get a chance to see Wicked, it's so hyped because it's good. Like it's just one of those things. So yes, Wicked, my favorite musical. All right, next soundtrack on the list because we have a lot of those. Frozen, of course. I am one of those people. But see, the Frozen soundtrack has not just the like songs. It has like the musical pieces as well, which are very good. They did what they had to do on the score. Christoph Beck. Also, the Lopez's who wrote all the songs on Frozen, they know how to write a song for a movie. I don't know what it is about them. They know how to write a song for a movie. But yeah, I bought this back when I was pumped about Frozen. The hype has died down. But I bought this the moment I could. Okay, this one I really like. Moana. I have the Moana soundtrack, 2 disc, I think, or 3 discs. There are 3 discs, and no, there's 2 discs. I can't count, but I think one of them is the soundtrack, and one of them has deluxe content. I don't know what deluxe content is. Maybe like outtakes or something, like songs that didn't go in the movie. But it just, you can't really tell. But the cover of it is so nice. like the back even. It's like her. It's like it's such beautiful artwork on here, and the CDs themselves are really beautiful, like islandy Polynesian print type deals. Um, the Moana soundtrack is a bop, boppy bop. I love the songs on Moana. Yeah, I love it. Okay, we're gonna start off the trend of me buying CDs that actually I didn't buy this one, but CDs that I have that I don't listen to and never have listened to in any capacity. So this one is Adina. So we all know Adina Menzel. She plays Elsa on Frozen. She's also a Broadway legend, right? Played Elphaba in the original run of Wicked, right? We all know that. My brother bought me this for my birthday because I love Adina Menzel. My whole family knows I love Adina Menzel. And I was like, oh my God, it was a good birthday present. Like, in all honesty, I like CDs, I like Adina Menzel. It makes sense, right? I think I've listened to this once. Like, I think I have listened to this once. I don't know if it just didn't hit or like it's just not something I'm listening on my day to day. You know, it's probably like really like ballads and like Broadway y singing. So like it's not like my everyday type thing. But I like the cover a lot, and that's what I have to say. I like the cover. Okay, this one I have listened to. So this is Adina Menzel live barefoot at the symphony. She is barefoot on this cover. Okay, so there are videos of this like on YouTube and stuff. But she did this. Man, I wish I could tell you what symphony it was at, but it's not on the. It just says live at the symphony. But this one is good. She like does um, she does some like pop songs. She does like a lot of Broadway hits that we all know and love. From like Wicked and Rent, and she sings Poker Face by Lady Gaga because when she was on Glee, she sang that, and it genuinely is a great cover. A Glee, for better or worse, you know, defined a generation, and the covers on that show are high art. I don't know what to say. Ryan Murphy might be a lot of things, but he knows how to hire the people who know how to make an arrangement. I but yes, but this live at the this is great singing. Like the orchestra is great. She's great. This is good. This is good. Okay, next soundtrack is Rent. Rent is not the best musical. It's good. Some people do not like it. Some people love it. There are Rent heads out there and they are crazy, but Rent, like back in its heyday, was popping. It was the one, and I don't care what anybody says. The story is a little trashy. The music is good. I don't care what anybody says. The music is good. The music is good. I don't know what to say. It's so good. I don't know what to tell you. Take Me or Leave Me, lesbian anthem. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, this is an oldie but a goodie. Thoroughly Modern Millie. This is, I think, a revival cast or something. This isn't the original cast because I think this musical is like hella old. But this is if anybody knows who Sutton Foster is, this is when she did it. And Sutton Foster is on a show called Younger. And if you don't watch Younger, get on it. It's about to end, so you could just binge it. Hilary Duff, hello, Hilary Duff, back in her prime. Never left her prime, really. At the end of Hilary Duff has never left her prime. She is on that show, and she's actually surprisingly good at it. And Sutton Foster is great, and they have a great dynamic. It is my two worlds collided: Disney and Broadway, and it was beautiful. It's a good, great show. But Thoroughly Modern Millie is very like old school ragtimey, like it's very like classical. When you think of a typical like stereotypical musical, Thoroughly Modern Millie is what you think of, but it also bops. Catchy. Like if you listen through it one time, it will be stuck in your head. Okay, I think this might be the last soundtrack. I cannot confirm. The Black Panther soundtrack, which is just songs inspired by the movie. They're not really in the movie, but Kendrick Lamar, he curated it, so he got all the artists together and did it. When I first listened to this album, I had a moment of clarity. I was like, I didn't know music could be this good. You've probably heard All the Stars with him and SZA, but you need to hear the rest. If you've never heard any song off of this album, girl, it's good. If you like rap, if you like old school hip hop, it's got some softer songs on there. It's just so good. Pray for Me with The Weeknd, and just listen to it. Just listen to it. That should I almost this was nominated for album of the year at the Grammys when the year it came out. It should have won. Genuinely, it should have won. I think Bruno Mars won that year, and nobody cares. To this day, nobody cares. That album should have won. That's a movement. Okay. Album number two of something that I own but have never listened to is Selena Gomez Revival. I don't know why I own this album. I don't know why I bought this way after I like stopped listening to Selena Gomez. Um, it was on sale. I think it was Black Friday, and it might have been like $7. And I think I asked my dad, "Can you buy this? Because like it might be good. I don't know." Why did I buy this? I like okay. There are like two songs in here that I like. I like "Kill 'Em with Kindness." I still like, and I like "Cancel Myself." "Good for You" is okay too. I don't know why I have it. Okay, next. Okay, this is one of the. This might be like the second album I ever owned. Jordan Sparks debut, a self-titled album. Jordan Sparks. One Step at a Time. No Air with name redacted. No Air. It was a moment. Can you hear my dad? My dad stole this from me for a while. He like brought it to work with him, and he like I guess had a CD player in his class, and he kept it. And I stole it back because I said, "Give me my Jordan Sparks." This album is so good. It's really scratched up though. I doubt it works, girl. I used to listen to this. I used to listen to this every day. I gotta talk about this for a second. I used to listen to this every day. Like now me would be so annoyed with past me because I used to listen to this every day. I think it was like the only CD I had. This and Mary Mary. Like, and I would listen to this every day. It's such a weird sound. Like the songs don't really go together. They're like just random songs thrown together, you know? But I loved it. The songs are good though. Like I don't you should listen to it. If you don't listen to any songs, listen to Shy Boy. I don't know what I was listening to as a kid, girl. Okay, I'm back. My dad is screaming, so if you hear anything, that's him. But okay, next one. I was gonna say a number, but I'm not counting. Is called "Remember Us to Life." Regina Spektor. Now I love Regina Spektor. I don't know if this is one of her better albums. I think I've listened to like three songs on here, and I didn't like them very much, so I stopped listening. So I've never listened to this album in full, but I don't regret buying it because I like her so much. If that makes any sense. I want to buy an older album because her old music. If you've never listened to Regina Spektor's stuff, genuinely some of her older stuff, I would highly recommend. Highly recommend any of the old stuff. I'm not even gonna all of them. Any of the old stuff. Um, Regina Spektor, highly recommend. Maybe just not that album. I hope she puts out something soon so I can listen to more stuff by her. But that isn't. She also did the Orange is the New Black theme song, which is very good. Okay, Nora Jones. We all know Chasing Pirates. What else did she do? Girl, Back to Manhattan. That song used to play a lot back in the day. A lot of these songs are songs I used to hear on the VH1 Top 20 Countdown, and that's why I bought. I also Nora Jones. She's a classic. We all know who Nora Jones is. Um, I think I've listened to two songs in this album. This it was obviously it was $3.99 at half price books. I bought it. I said, okay, I'll own a Nora Jones album, and maybe someday I'll listen to the full thing because her voice is very sultry and beautiful. I just never listened to it. Okay. Next is Colby Calais, the Malibu Sessions. Now, I don't know what the deal is with this one because it was on sale at Target. It was like $2. It wasn't $2, but it was like cheap. And I don't think she ever like promoted this album. She kind of just made it and put it out. And it's honestly very good. Like it's like beachy songs, like it's like, very chilled out songs you maybe listen to on the beach. And I maybe have listened to half the songs, but they're all good that I bought this album years ago. And but it is good. The songs I've listened to are good. So I highly recommend if you need something sleepy almost to listen to, but good. Okay. My CDs are gonna fall over. I have them just stacked up very aggressively. Okay, let's talk about this one. This one is One Eskimo. This CD cover that I have of it is so thin and frail and flimsy. When I was in high school, and it even says on the back for promotional use only, not for sale. I got this for free. So I was at a beach cleanup for like in RTC. We used to go to Galveston and do beach cleanups, right? And they used to have like afterwards they used to have like tents and stuff and like radio. You know when they have like radio tents and stuff, and they have like free stuff like frisbees, and they had like food and stuff. Um, they had this random booth with like it was a radio booth, and they had like this CD. Like they just had a stack of these CDs, and I was like, one Eskimo, and I had known them because their you might have heard their song Candy, like back in the day on the VH1 countdown. Candy used to play all the time. I think it was that or MTV, one of them. Candy used to play all the time, and the music video is very very cute. I used to always be like, I love this music video. I never knew who they were because like their faces weren't in the video. It was just animation. But it to this day, I think you should go watch the One Eskimo music videos. Go listen to Candy. Those music videos are cute, and the song is so good. And so they had this there, and I was like, and it's free. And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh! I got very excited, and it could. And I only knew one song. I only knew Candy, so I was like, this could be trash. This could be another album I don't listen to. I popped this sucker in my CD player in 2010, 11, and my life was changed for the better. This album is so good. This little flimsy free thing I got, they were just giving these away, like like bottles of water. They were just here, take this. I don't want it. This album is so good. I and I recently had like gotten into it again. Like I was like redoing my Spotify playlist, and I was like, One Eskimo is what it's like alternative music, but wow, it's if you don't listen to anything, listen to Candy, listen to Slip, listen to Given Up. Those are One Eskimo, Simple Day, Given Up, Slip, Candy. All four of those actually. Those are the best songs. This I don't. I'm gonna say y'all are gonna be so annoyed about it. Like if you even listen to this, you're gonna be like, okay, we get it. It's good. It's so good. I love the guy's voice because he's like sing talking. He's not really singing, so you can hear. He's. I think they're English, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're English, and you can really hear the accent, which I really like. Okay, okay. Let's get into my meat and potatoes, which is pop music. Now, this is Little Mix DNA. This is Little Mix's first album. And if you know me, you know I'm a Little Mix stan, okay? I'm ride or die. I've been with these girls since like 2011, 2012, whatever. 2013, somewhere in that range. And this album, this isn't it. Like when I discovered them, I think they already had their second album out, so I had to go back and listen to this one. But DNA for like, and they got they won X Factor in England in on Britain, and a lot of times those bands don't do, like besides like One Direction, which came after them, I think. No, 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 no. Wait, did they come after them? When did One Direction win? Somebody's gonna have to tell me that. Oh, they did win, but when was One Direction on the on X Factor? Because I don't remember. But this album is definitely like you can definitely tell like their label like made them make these songs. Like they definitely had these songs kind of set up for them. It's very like 2011 pop, like generic, but they're good. Like you know what elevates it is their voices are so well suited for each other. It's almost like they were made to sing together, and you just don't get that a lot with other groups. Even One Direction. Sorry, not sorry. Any boy could have been in that band. Like any boy could have sounded like any of them. And I love Harry Styles now, but like any boy could have sounded like any of them, and it would have been okay. But like these four girls all have such distinct voices, and they all go well together. And I don't know if that took just a lot of practice or it was just natural to them, but DNA Little Mix is just like it's almost like a proof of concept album. Like here are four girls, here's a bunch of songs we threw together for them, but they really made it work. So this is proof that they can work. So DNA Little Mix first album, legendary. Okay, and then we have Salute. Now I don't have the actual CD for Salute. I will buy it someday. I don't know why I haven't yet. Salute was my favorite album for the longest time. I think honestly their current one, Confetti, which I don't have because pandemic, nobody's making CDs in the pandemic. So like I haven't been able to get it, and I think they're only selling it in England. So I haven't been able to like find Confetti anywhere. But I think Confetti might be my favorite now. And I don't know if it's just recency bias, but all the songs are good. And I thought LM5, which I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I thought their fifth album, which is called LM5, was gonna be my favorite for a long time because it's got some R&B flavor in there, which I really like from them. But the new album just is good. So, so yeah, Salute. This Salute. This is Move. If you haven't heard the song Move, that might be one of my favorite singles from them. Move is it. So there's Salute. Oh, and my friend Caroline made this for me. She burned the CD, so this might be illegal, but thanks Caroline for that. um, and next, is this the third album? Okay, yes. Little Mix's third album is called Get Weird. Now, I love them. This cover, the aesthetic of this album is where it's at. It's great. It's beautiful. It's color. It's a lot of color. It's simple. I think they're all very beautiful in it. I like the little covers that they have. I like their packaging for the CD. But this album is not it. I love them. I don't want anybody to ever think that I don't. But this album is not it. When this album came out, I was very disappointed. I just don't like it. There are like a handful of songs that when they perform live, almost make me think it's a good album because they're so good at singing it live. But woof, woo. It's not even like horrible though. For them, like bad is just like disappointing because it's not to the level that I think they can get to. But it's not bad. Like Black Magic is a good song. Love Me Like You, I think was my favorite for a bit. Secret Love Song is okay. Um, I Love You is good. Lightning is good. Lightning Live, I think that was the one everybody was like hyped for. Lightning Live is like so good. The production and the all the stuff they had on stage for that one is pretty good. I Won't is good. The bonus tracks, okay. So there are 12 tracks on this album, and then there are one, two, three, four bonus tracks. I think the bonus tracks are better than all the songs. Because it's I Won't, Secret Love Song Part 2, Clued Up in the beginning. I think all those songs are better than what they put on the album. I don't know what was going on with this. Oh, also Jess Glynne, who I love, another British artist, worked with them on this. I don't think they should work with her because I think she did like it. Definitely sounds like I don't know if y'all know the song "Don't Be Too Hard on Yourself." Don't be too hard on yourself. Oh, you know that song. So she helped them make this album. A lot of it, I think. And it you can tell like it sounds like a Jess Glynne album-y type thing, and I don't really like that. Like for them, so I feel like Get Weird was a bit of a misstep. But then we get right back on course because album number 4 is Glory Days. Glory Days is good. Shout out to My Ex, might be one of the best singles too. I know I said Move, but shout out to My Ex is up there with it. Shout out to My Ex is good. Touch, they played that song to death, girl. It's a good song, but they played that song to death. You Gotta Not is probably one of the not good ones. Down and Dirty is probably not one of the good ones. Power was the one everybody was bopping to. Your Love is great. Nobody Like You is great. No More Sad Songs is great. Private Show. Hold on. The trumpets in Private Show make me want to do things that I never thought were possible. It was a defining moment for me when I first listened to Private Show. It's not a slow song at all. It's very fast actually, but it spoke to my soul. Anyway, and then Nothing Else Matters, which is also so good. Glory Days is good. This is one of the better ones. This is one of the good. This is one of the good albums. I have a little pimple. Do y'all see? I'm breaking out. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, anyway. Fifth album. Okay, I love them to death, right? Oh, also Glory Days, the aesthetic might be my favorite. The like blue, the like pastel colors. I think Glory Days is my favorite aesthetically. Okay. And then there is LM5. They named their, you know how like people call people's albums like their initials and then the number of the album. So like Ariana Grande's fifth album is AG5, or like her next one would be 6, so AG6, right? Lady Gaga, LG6, LG7, right? That's so they decided to name their album LM5, which is a choice. Do I support that choice? No, but I don't blame them for it because I think they were trying to be like, our fans like to call it LM5, so we're gonna it's a tribute to the fans almost. Stan culture is doing too much. I think they should have left that alone and just called it something else. Honestly, would have maybe liked it better if they just called it 5. You know what I mean? Okay, that's just my stupid idea. And I also like this aesthetically because it's very simple. Like it's like black, white, beige. They're wearing like jeans on the cover. They look grown. Also, they look good, and they all look good in this era. Good and grown. Um, I can't stop looking at it actually. This is probably I'm just like, they look good. Dang, they look good. This album cover needs to be a print. Like I don't know if they ever did it, but they should have printed this as a poster. what I'm frustrated about with Little Mix is they're not popular in America. Also to the point where their stuff doesn't like have an American store. So like Dua Lipa and all the people, like they have like their shops online and stuff, and it's like has it in pounds but also has it in US dollars, and it ships to America, and there's like US companies that produce the merch and stuff. Little Mix doesn't have that. So all their CDs, all their vinyls, all their merchandise is still in pounds. Like I can't get it in USD, and I'd have to get it shipped over here because they don't have any merch things in America, and that shipping from England is not something to play with. I don't want to do that. So yeah, so I just wish they would get a distributor in America so I can buy merch and not have to worry about figuring out pounds to US dollars and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, front and back, bro, this album is beautiful. This album is beautiful. I really, really love the aesthetic choice of it all. It's very bare almost. Can you see the legs? They're like on the. I also love like the CD itself, like the physical CD itself. Like they'll put a design on it. I love those. When it's a good one, it's good. Like, let me see. The Glory Days one is just pink, which is it's all right, right? But the LM5 one has like their legs, like black with their legs on it. I just think it's cute. I don't know. But also these have a lot more R&B songs. I feel like these songs are more grown. I feel, almost like Glory Days, they were hitting puberty, and this one, they're like mature almost. But I still think overall, Glory Days as a whole is better, but there are better songs individually on LM5, if that makes sense. So like as a whole concept, Glory Days is better, but like individual song by individual song, the strong songs on LM5 are better than a lot of strong songs on Glory Days. This is just a Little Mix analysis at this point, and I really apologize for that. But that's the last Little Mix one. The songs in here are so good. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I swear to God, I'm gonna move on. I don't have confetti, but if they would sell them in America, if they were selling physical copies in America, I would have confetti. Confetti has some of the best songs they've ever produced. Like Sweet Melody is probably the best song they've ever written. Like writing wise, if you've never heard Sweet Melody, the lyrics are great. That is one of their best songs, one of their best written songs. Confetti is also good. They got some bop bangers, some slow jams. Anyway, I'm sorry. So next album, I don't know how long this is gonna be. I gotta stop and see how long it's gonna be. But next album is Sutton Foster Wish, where she just does a couple covers of some Broadway songs and some old classics. And y'all already know I love Sutton Foster. Watch Younger, please watch Younger. It's on Hulu, I think. And I got to see her in concert for my birthday, which was very exciting. Me and Donita went, me and my friend. And Donita actually bought the CD there because I didn't own it before, but they were selling them at the concert. And you had to have the CD or something to get to meet her, like to do a signing. So Donita bought me this. So shout out. She bought me this so I could talk to her for 5 seconds, but it was free. Like I didn't have like not free, but like you didn't have to pay for like the signing. You just had to pay for the CD, which was like $12. So that was pretty dope of her to do that. She's very nice. She's tall. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Sutton Foster's tall. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's it for the first stack. I'm gonna get the second stack, and we'll get started on that one too. Hey everybody, I'm back. I took a break. I ate some pizza and some hot wings, so I'm actually getting tired now. That quick. I literally just ate it. I just washed my hands. And I'm ready to take a nap. So I'm going to try to run through these next couple. But I already know the first couple that I have on this new stack of CDs might take me a second. So let's start. First up on part 2 of my haul. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize. Is Fearless by Taylor Swift. And I want everyone to take a moment of silence. Okay, now that that's over, this is it. This is the album. I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't like country music like that. I didn't like it back then when I was first discovering my music. This is also one of the first CDs that I had. This might have been like the 5th, right? And I was in high school. Wait, what? No, I was in middle school. Okay, it was 2008. I think I had gotten it when I was in high school, maybe. Um, but yes, I this album also means a lot to me. Just in general in my life. Like there are a few albums that I'll get to that like I think just made a mark on my brain, made an impression because I was so young when I got them and it was the first time my mom was like letting me get and listen to my own music. So this is one of the first that I listened to after she stopped policing my music. And I love Fearless to this day. We all know she just dropped Taylor's her version, her re-recording of Fearless. So we got Taylor's version of Fearless now, which I haven't heard the songs from the vault. I know. I'm not a Swiftie like that anymore. I used to be a big Swiftie. When Fearless was out, that's when I was a Swiftie. I was a Swiftie up until 1989. Then I stopped being a Swiftie. I don't really have a reason. I just kind of stopped caring. Well, if I'm honest, I found Ariana Grande, and then that took a lot of my attention. But that's we'll get to that later. But before Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, I'm sorry, before Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift was probably the first person I stand. So those are probably the first stand culture fandom that I was in. I remember like being upset, genuinely being upset that I couldn't go to the Speak Now tour. I remember like not crying, but I was mad. Yeah, because I didn't have any money and nobody was gonna pay for my ticket, girl. So yes, this is I still love this cover. It's very 2008, very nice, very soft. Um, I love every song. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't like 15 that much. So that's probably I skip that song. If I'm listening to Fearless, I skip 15. I hope that's okay. Every other song is a bop. I literally don't have any complaints. I really don't. Okay, I'm back. Back to Fearless. I think Breathe is a secret favorite of mine. I used to listen to Breathe all the time. I used to sleep to Breathe. I used to put it on loop. This is not a joke. I used to put Breathe on a loop and just listen to it and go to sleep. That's just who I was. My favorite song, I'll say for the Swifties out there. My favorite song on Fearless is this is hard. Hold on. A three-way tie. It is a three-way tie between Fearless, Forever and Always, and You're Not Sorry. I literally don't know what to pick between those three. I thought I had a favorite and then I lied. Mm, it's Forever and Always. Okay. If I have to pick one favorite, it's Forever and Always. But those other two, those are close. Okay, we're going to the next one. That just gave me anxiety. Yeah. Um. Okay, second studio album from Miss Swift. Miss Swift is Speak Now. Now, another moment of silence. Okay, this is it for me. This album, this was Swifty at her finest. I don't know what to tell you. This is Tay Tay at her finest. I don't know what to tell y'all. This is my favorite Taylor Swift album. And I think this one sold the least records. And I could not care less. This was the era. Okay? This was teen girl drama. Okay? Uh, I don't know what to say. Mine, Sparks Fly, Back to December, Speak Now, Dear John, Mean, The Story of Us, Never Grow Up, Enchanted, Better Than Revenge, Innocent, Haunted, Last Kiss, and Long Live. If you haven't heard Haunted, that's some of Taylor Ann's best work. I don't even know if her middle name is Ann. I doubt it is. But girl, that girl hit and got into the booth and spit some fire. Okay? She didn't come to play that day when she recorded Haunted. That's it. That's my favorite song on Speak Now. Speak Now is my favorite album. And Haunted is my favorite song on the album. That's just all I have to say about that. It is just as an album, as a full concept, this is it. This is it. And it might be a lot of people's least favorite. It might be really low on the list for a lot of people. But I think at the time, because what year is this? 2010? Yeah, 2010. Um, I think I was going through like it's gonna sound so stupid. I honestly think I was going through some kind of puberty. And when you're a girl, you go through a lot of hormones. It just is a fact, right? I'm not trying to be weird. And I think I was going through a lot mentally and psychologically and emotionally. And this album came out at the time. And this is all I listened to. and I think just Haunted and the story of us and Never Grow Up and Long Live. And I played this till the cows came home. I don't know what it is about this little album here. This was the soundtrack of my freshman year of high school. It just is it. Um, these are all very personal songs. This is back. This is I think when like it really started. Of like this song is about Joe Jonas and this song is about this. But you know this is when that really started. John Mayer and all them people. Um, so this might have been the rise. This might be which became the Supreme. It was speaking now. Um, it just felt like a movie. Every song just feels like it's a movie. That's my favorite album from Miss Swift. This is it. This is the one. Okay. And I can say that easily. Like some other stuff, like the Little Mix album, I have a hard time picking a favorite. Ariana Grande, I actually cannot pick a favorite. Speak Now is my favorite. I can easily pick that. Next is Red. Now, I love Red to a degree that I don't think most people understand. This also is a soundtrack to a part of my life. I vividly remember it. Um, also played it to the cows came home. I this is when she went pop, and I was very. I don't know if I'd say I was excited about it. I was nervous about it because I like country Taylor Swift. I know a lot of people don't care anymore because her new stuff. People love her new stuff, and her new stuff is very pop. I like country Taylor Swift, and because she's probably the only country artist that I listened to at the time, besides like Carrie Underwood, right? So I was like, oh, I don't know. But then she dropped Red and Holy Ground, The Lucky One. those are so good. Like State of Grace, Treacherous. All these songs are good. Starlight is good. I literally don't know what to tell you. The last time, I don't know if people like that song that much. I used to play that one the most. Like if I had like a Spotify Wrapped most played songs, that would have been on there. The last time would have been on there. My favorite, I liked Stay 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 for a while, but I liked it less over time. It's very like kiddish, childish kind of a song, but it's still good. But you know, this is no surprise. I think Holy Ground is my favorite. I think that's like a lot of people's favorite. So I'm not really saying anything groundbreaking. But Holy Ground, Starlight, and oof. The Lucky One might be some of my favorites. I think people said the Lucky One was like about Zac Efron or something. I don't remember. But which I don't think did she ever date Zac Efron? No, right? What am I saying? Anyway, she's still a big machine at this point. Which is also notable. Oh, I think that's Scooter's name is on here. Isn't Scooter's name Scott? Ooh, that's drama. That's wait, no, this makes sense. She didn't work with Scooter back then, right? Because Scooter's real name is Scooter, isn't it? I hope it's not. That is some white boy stuff. I hope Scooter's real name isn't Scooter. Oh no, this isn't him. Sorry, that's another dude. I got the names mixed up. Anyway, Red is good. Red is very also movie esque. If like Sepia, this if Sepia was an album, I know that it's called Red, right? That's the whole point, Red. But if Sepia, if the filter Sepia, this would be the album. So antique, almost an antique feel. This is it. Red is good. Red is good. I don't know what to say. Okay. Then we have 1989. Now, I know I said Speak Now is when she became the Supreme, but that's half true, right? That's when she like got her notoriety, right? That's when Kanye came on the stage. No, wait. No, this didn't come out yet. Wow, I'm all over the place. I don't think that had come out yet. Or it might have just like a song one of the singles might have dropped. Um for that one. But you know, that's when she was winning them Grammys. She was coming for people's throats, you know. 1989 is when Taylor Swift solidified her place in like pop music culture, like music culture period. Like this is it. This one like this album drop and we knew Taylor Swift was gonna be a mainstay in like pop culture music. And it's not even my favorite album, right? Um which I guess tells you a lot. I don't know if I was just on a different page than other people. I don't know if this just didn't hit me like as hard as the other ones because the other ones were like at a very weird place in my life. So I associate them with this very emotional part of my life. So of course I like them a lot. But 1989 was like nothing was going on. I was in college and I was just kind of like hanging out. Um, and I didn't really listen to it all that much. Um, but these songs are good. Like when like I'm looking at them and I don't know why I just didn't vibe with it as well. But these songs are good. Like this is it. Like this is a lot of people's favorite. Like 1989 is gonna be I think most Swifties' favorite besides like folklore or something, which I didn't listen to at all. So I have no opinion. But um I think for the regular fan, like the casual listener, I keep looking at my little bump. Sorry. But I think 1989 is gonna be a lot of people's favorites. I think my favorite on here might be Style or I like All You Had to Do Was Stay a lot. But I don't think that's my favorite. I think Style is my favorite. Ooh, I Wish You Would is good too. Ooh. I don't know. That's hard. No, no, Style is my favorite. Style came on. Style was it was either at the store or on the radio, and I listened to it for the first time in a long time, and I was like, "Dang, that's a good song." Oh, Taylor Swift knows how to describe things very well. You got that long hair, slick back, white t-shirt. She knows how to just say words together. But yes, Style. I mean, not Style. 1989 might be my second or third favorite. I don't know if I put it above Red because I really like Red, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Ugh, that's really hard. Okay, yep. Okay, it might be Speak Now. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe Speak Now, 1989. Red Fearless. That's really hard because Fearless is good. It's like we're gonna move on. Okay. Next one is Gwen Stefani's debut album, Love Angel Music Baby, aka Lamb, which there's probably something behind that, but I don't know it. I don't know what it is. Um, this girl, black people let Gwen Stefani get away with a lot of cultural appropriation. Asian people do as well. So do the Native Americans. And you want to know why? Because she puts out hits like this. I don't know what we don't call her out on it that hard. Like other musicians have done less, and we've beat them to the ground. Okay, Gwen Stefani was walking around with Japanese women behind her in interviews and not letting them talk, and we didn't say anything. Do y'all remember that? The Harajuku girls. She literally just had Japanese women just around with her, just walking around hanging out like an aesthetic thing, literally using them as like accessories, and we didn't say a thing. Now I know this was in the 2000s, but I don't know if that's an excuse. But anyway, Jesus Christ, that was a weird time. Um, but the Queen of Ska came out and made her own like pop alternative ska electronic type feel like dancey songs. Um, this is it. Miss Stefani did what she had to do. This is her first and best album, and I know I don't know if that's mean, but she put all of her energy into this because these are her best songs, and the other albums are fine. I like them. Like her most recent one, which is kind of old now, um, is very good, but it's not better than this. This I don't know if y'all have ever heard "Luxurious." If you've ever heard the song "Crash," "Serious," those are it. "Cool," "Holla Back Girl," this is it. "Rich Girl," these are all the good songs. These are literally every like a lot of songs she's known for. I think are on this album. I feel like besides like her like because I don't have any No Doubt albums, so like Don't Speak and all that stuff is like probably her biggest, some of her probably her biggest, but I don't have that. Just on her solo stuff, this is it. And my favorite song on this one, I don't know why I'm doing this. I didn't start doing that with the first group. Why am I doing it now? But I don't think I have a favorite. It might be Serious. That might be my favorite song. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, the next Gwen Stefani song album is I don't know what this is called. The Sweet Escape. Oh yeah, Sweet Escape is also very popular. This one is less exciting. The best song on here is probably Sweet Escape. Because I don't if you put a gun to my head and you told me to say the lyrics to any of these songs besides Sweet Escape, you'd have to kill me because I don't know the words or what any of these songs sound like off the top of my head. This is a this is gonna be rude. This is a significant drop in quality from the first one because these songs are not the. It might have been produced by Pharrell, which I think the first one is also has a lot of Pharrell on it, but I don't know what happened. This is like they say like sophomore slump a lot, like with albums, like people's first albums end up being so good, and they have like the sophomore slump, which is like second album is like, well, that's what happened with Glenn. Uh, that's what happened with Gwen. A lot of people, I feel like it's weird that they say that because I feel like a lot of people's second albums are very good. Like Chloe and Halle's second album is a better one. I think Ariana Grande's second album is a better one. I think Dua Lipa's second album is a better one. I think Little Mix's album is a better one. Their second one. Um, yeah, Taylor Swift's second album is a better one. So that's weird. Oh, a few people do have some more slumps. Was funny. Okay, this one. This one is very different from her old stuff. This is what the truth feels like. This came out in 2016. I love this album. I love this album. This is what okay, so everybody was mad because she had divorced her husband. And so she was coming out with an album. Like she had put out a single and everything. She was about to make an album that was like angst and angry and da-da-da, and people were excited because that's what Gwen does best. But then Blake Shelton came into our lives. And now we all have to suffer for it. So she got with Blake Shelton and she started dating him. She got all honeymoon phase happy. And so this album is kind of about that. Not about Blake specifically. Well, kind of, but it's very like, I love you. It's very ooey gooey love. The songs are nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're catchy and they're good and they're smooth and they're happy. But I wanted a Gwen Stefani angst album. So Blake Shelton I blame for a lot of things. This is one of them. Um just depriving me of what could have been one of the best albums of 2016 and just giving us a decent album of 2016. Do you feel me? So that's where I'm at. These songs are good. But I don't know if that's just me with my Gwen Stefani bias. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might just like it because it's Gwen. Because I think a lot of times people not like it that well. She also has Fetty Wap on here. That's her only feature on the whole album. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Also, the bonus tracks are the better songs on here too. So we're gonna move on. It's good though. It's good. There are actually genuine good songs. If you like Gwen Stefani, there are good songs on there for you. Okay. The band Perry, I think, might have been their first album, 2010. This might have been like the third album I ever owned. And I had to ask my mom to buy this because she was still policing me at the time. And she really was like, I don't know. And I was like, it's country music. It's like do you see them? Do they look threatening? Like the band Perry? Like, do you see them? Like, they're like milquetoast Catholics. Like, they're not doing anything naughty, you know what I mean? But she was like, I don't know. So she had to listen to it first. She like went on YouTube and listened to the song. She said, okay, fine. I said, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. This is If I Die Young. This is when this is self-titled, right? The album. If I Die Young is on this one. That is probably their hit. That's probably their only hit, if I'm honest. Which sucks because they're really talented. They're great musicians. They're great singers. Brother and sister. Two brothers and a sister. I like that. That's beautiful. All these songs are, ooh, they hit. Hip to my heart. Postcard from Paris. Oof. These songs hit hard. Like, they hit hard. If you want to scream in the shower a little bit, there's some songs on there for you. Okay. Then the next one is Pioneer by the band Perry, their sophomore album, which maybe was a sophomore slump because this did not do as well. I like it. It's not that good, but I do like it. Better Dig 2 is a song I will scream till I die. Done is a song I will scream till I die. Pioneer is a good song. Chainsaw is good. Yeah, no, these don't hit as hard. These don't hit as hard, but they're good. So, I love her voice. It's very raspy. Okay. We're about to get to the bread and butter. Give me a second. My phone beeped. We are about to. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, and I might end this. I might end it here and show you the rest on the next episode. But I gotta get this ready. Hold on, give me a moment. I gotta get it ready. We're about to start a journey that has taken up most of my life. Not most of my life, but is a significant part of my life. Now, this is Ariana's sophomore album, My Everything. If y'all don't know, I don't know why. I don't know how. Ariana Grande is my favorite artist. I am lukewarm about a lot of things. I'm indecisive about most things. My favorite artist is not one of them. The Ariana Grande is where it's at. I don't know how she hit my life so hard out of nowhere. Because I watched Victorious. Like, I'm not crazy. I watched Victorious. I knew she was talented. I knew she was going to do something outside of that show. I was like, she sings too well and she acts fine. Like, why isn't she just singing? Well, we got it. And, sorry. Okay. And, I think at the time, when did this come out? 2014. Okay. So when I went to the concert, she was my first ever concert. Okay, this was my first ever concert, and I think her first and second album were out at the time. So she was touring for her second album, but she sang a lot of songs from the first one, and so it made me go back and listen to the first one. The first one is honestly, the first one is very like you can tell she was like a kid because she wasn't writing a lot of the songs. It was definitely like the label, excuse me, giving her those songs and trying to still kind of ride the hype from Victorious almost, which she has also said. But yeah, so yours truly is her first album, which I don't own. I know that's my sin. I'm gonna get it. Don't worry. But I this is where a lot of people actually I think found her because like Love Me Harder with The Weeknd was really popular. Best Mistake with Big Sean when she was dating Big Sean. That was the time. That was the height of pop culture, wasn't it? Like for that era, like 2010s ish. Like I miss Big Sean and Ariana Grande together. I know like him and Janae Aiko belong together, but this was a cute time because the collabs were fire. Problem was probably played too much, and it's not very good. It's good because she's Ariana Grande, but it's not that good of a song. And I think they label made her make that song and put Iggy on it. So I blame them. But yeah, Love Me Harder. Oh, man, wow. This album's not her best for sure, but this is where it all started. I think it all started with this one, so it's a classic. So it should be recognized. Um, the best song is that's hard. I think the best one might be One Last Time, and that's just my opinion. I love that song to this day. That song's probably the one I listen to the most from this album. But then there's also so it's probably like the best ones. The top three are probably like One Last Time, Break Free. No, sorry, not Break Free, not Break Free. One Last Time, Best Mistake, and Love Me Harder are probably the best three songs. And my favorite is One Last Time. The intro also, she's one of the few artists who does like intros. She doesn't do them anymore, I don't think. Like Dangerous Woman doesn't have one. I don't think Positions has one, but intro is beautiful. It's literally just her like humming a little bit, and then she says some words at the end. Like she sings at the end a little bit, but it's like heavenly. Like I know that sounds like Kaylee, you're crazy. Listen to it. Listen to On My Everything intro. Just the intro. It's a minute long. Change your life. Okay. Third album. Now, Ariana, she really was like, she puts albums out back to back, maybe too fast. But she really said, okay, I'm done with that childish stuff. Like, I'm about to hit it. I'm about to hit it hard. And I hope you're ready for it. Dangerous Woman. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but this is when you know how I said with Taylor Swift 1989 is when she decided she was going to be a mainstay forever for the rest of our lives. Dangerous Woman is the Ariana Grande mainstay. This is the moment. She solidified it. Right? We had an aesthetic, we had a theme, right? The black and white and the gray and the bunny ears and right? We had a concept. I'm a woman and I do things. That was a concept. And it's really like this is genuinely like this is the mainstay. Like this is I think a lot of people's favorites, and a lot of these songs went balls to the wall crazy on the radio. Dangerous Woman, Side to Side with Nicki Minaj. This is like the beginning of her Nicki Minaj collabs. Um, Touch It. These are there are no bad songs on this album. This is the first album where there are no bad songs. Like no like they're all good, great even. So yes, the Ariana Grande mainstay, the defining moment of, oh, we're gonna have this girl around for the rest of our lives. Oh, she's gonna be a leader in the pop industry. Yep, Dangerous Woman. This is my favorite for a while too. Okay, album number 4. Album number 4 is a controversial one, to say the least. It's called Sweetener. Casey, it's called Sweetener. It's upside down. And this is the way the album goes. This was also an aesthetic. This whole album was an aesthetic. It's like a beigeish new tone, like really light colors, silver. Like her hair is white. That was like the era where her hair was like a silvery white. She put all the words upside down, like all of the tracks on the album are upside down. Remember, I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but at the time, all of her captions were upside down letters. Was it weird? Yes. But I love her for that. Like, I love her being like, we're going to do this thing, and that's going to be the theme, and we're going to stick to it. I kind of admire that. Now, when this album dropped, ooh, hold on. The CD also, like the physical CD, the colors on it are beautiful. It looks like the sky. They're pastels. It's like the God is a woman type color palette. Nobody does it like Ari. Hold on. What does the Dangerous Woman one look like? Well, Dangerous Woman one is just black. It's pretty simple. And the My Everything one is very 2011. 2014. I mean, sorry. So yeah, this is probably the best like physical CD color aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. Here I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it once. Don't hate me, okay? Ariana, the Sweetener by Ariana Grande is her best album and my favorite. And I don't make the rules. I am the Ariana stan. I'm probably the biggest. If I'm in your life, I'm the biggest Ariana stan that you know. So my word means a lot. Just kidding, but my word means something, right? Maybe. And this is it. This is it. She tried a lot of different things on here. A lot of them the fans were not into. And honestly, when I first listened to it, I didn't get it either. But I still listen because I just like her voice. So I just listen to the songs anyway. I get it now. Like the older I got, the more I appreciated it. The more I appreciated the vocals because she was like, I don't want to do all these weird high notes and all these. I don't want to do all this stuff. I just want to be simple and laid back. I want to sing low because we all know she can sing high, right? So she tried that on this, and I think it worked for the better. I think this is timeless. I think these songs are timeless. Like I think these are gonna last a long time. Not all of them, okay. Mind you, they're not perfect. The first couple of like I think this is also one of the few occasions where I think the album gets better toward the end. Like usually people put their best songs first. The hits, the bangers, the emotional, the good goods, they go at the beginning and then it gets kind of boring at the end. Opposite. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but it's the opposite. Because at the end you got Get Well Soon, Pete Davidson. We don't have to talk about that. But there's a song called Pete Davidson and it's good. Sorry. Get Well Soon, Pete Davidson, Good Night and Go, Better Off, Borderline, No Tears Left to Cry, Breathe In, Every Time, Successful, Sweetener, God is a Woman. Those are all songs not at the end, but that's all like the second half. The first Blazed, Raindrops, The Light Is Coming, REM, those songs they're fine. But those last songs, really 1, 2, 3. The first like 3 songs are fine. They're like not that good, but they're fine. Everything else is perfect. Every other song I have no complaints about. I don't get the flack anymore. These songs are good. This has aged well. Sweetener is Ariana's best album. And I said what I said. And it's my favorite. My favorite song. Why would you even ask me that? It might be Get Well Soon. It's either Get Well Soon or Every Time. So that's that. Now we have Thank You Next. It came out literally a couple months after Sweetener. I don't know why she did that. This is more angsty. I think because she broke up with Pete Davidson. She was like, I gotta make music. I gotta scream. So this song is a little. I mean, this album is a little angrier. I also like these albums because they're very juxtaposing. Like, look at them. One's like light and heavenly, and this is like dark angst, emo. I got black lipstick on. So I really like the juxtaposition. You could tell where she was in her life. You know, engaged, divorced. Kind of a thing. The best song on here is Imagine. That's just hands down. And I really appreciate Thank You Next for what it is. Bad Idea is also a song that nobody knows that is a fire song. Or the second best. But yes, and at the time a lot of people loved this out. Thank You Next was so popular because she did a lot of like movie references in her video. And so Thank You Next is very popular as a song. And it's a very good song. The meaning of it is very nice. We all know blah blah blah. Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. I love it. I don't care if people hate that song. I love that song. But yeah, there are really great songs on here. But she also says she says a lot of her fans are like, make more songs like like Thank You Next, like from the album Thank You Next. They want more songs like this. But she has said like when she made this album, she was very angry and very bad place. And I think like Mac Miller had just died. She had just gotten like broke off the engagement, and she was like, I was just letting like some things go in this one. And so I don't want to do that again. So I don't want to make more songs like that because then I have to get to that weird headspace, and I don't want to. I'm in a good place, so why would I do that? And so I really respect that. Oh, you know what? In my head is okay. Top 3 songs on Thinking Next: Imagine, Bad Idea, and In My Head. Ghosting is also good, but that it's just sad. I don't need to cry every day, so I'm not gonna listen to Ghosting every day. But those other 3 songs I'm gonna listen to every day. Um, In My Head is also so like I think In My Head is the best. Like if there was a thesis statement for the album, it would be In My Head. Because I think that one really shows like where she was. Okay, I'm talking too much. That really shows where she was at the time. Last Ariana album is Positions. We all know this one. I have every Ariana Grande album except the first one. I need to work on that. But Positions, and if you're watching the video of this, I have 2 copies of Positions because they're alternate covers. They're the same songs. Can you see? They're the same songs. It's exactly the same except for the front cover. So that just is what it is. I don't know what to say about that. I bought the alternate cover because that's just who I am. I don't know what to say. She also has a live album from the Sweetener tour. She put an album together for that. That's coming out on CD in June, and I'm gonna buy it. So that's also very good. It's like, oh, they're the same songs. Like, why is that good? Go listen to it and you'll know why. It is, wow, those vocals are crazy. And I got to hear it live. Like I went to the concert, but it's still like now I get to listen to it all the time. To say I'm excited is an understatement. Okay. Let's run through a couple of these. Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion, one of the best pop albums of all time. Of modern day. One of the best pop albums of modern day. She went back to the 80s. There's some synth. There's some electronic. This is it. If you stop listening to Carly Rae Jepsen because of Call Me Maybe, forget it. This is it. This is where her career starts. Is it with Emotion? Me and Danita went to her concert live for the Emotion tour. It is everything you want and more. If you like that kind of music, she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. One of my favorite albums. One of my favorite pop albums for sure, hands down. Top 5. Okay. This is called Dedicated. This is her second. This is like her third album because she had a first one called Kiss, but I didn't listen to that one. So this is the second one that I own, and it's called Dedicated, and I like it a lot less. This is like it's good, but it's like not as exciting because Emotion is so good that the expectations I think were too high. So Julian might be my favorite song. A song called Julian, and I think that might be my favorite. But I don't listen to this one as much. I still listen to Emotion all the time. A lot of songs. Emotion Side B is also a thing she did. She did like a B tracks album. I wish she put out a physical copy of that because I don't know how she cut those songs because they're all very good. But Dedicated is okay. Like it's okay. So I'm excited for the next one because I think it'll be better. Okay, I have Camilla's first album. I have Camila Cabello's first album. I loved this album when it first came out. I don't like it as much anymore. Like, I don't listen to this anymore. I used to listen to every song over and over and over again. I loved it. I don't like it anymore. I don't know what it is. I guess Havana they played so much that I was like, I'm over it. I also don't like Camila that much. As a person, she's kind of getting on my nerves. It is what it is. All right, here we. Um, I'm gonna go get my charger. Hold on. Okay, the queen, the godmother of modern pop, Kelly Clarkson. Okay, I just bought this today. I literally just bought this today. It's Breakaway. It's her first album. We all know. Okay, I'll just read them off. Breakaway. That was in, I think, the Princess Diaries 2. Princess Diaries 2. Right? Since You've Been Gone. Behind These Hazel Eyes. Because of You. Walk Away. That's it, ladies. That is it. This album. Kelly Clarkson is still probably the best. Kelly Clarkson was the first person to win American Idol ever. She's probably still the best. Like, nobody has ever come close to touching her, I think, career. Just popularity wise, talent wise, quality wise. Carrie Underwood is close, but Kelly Clarkson is where it's at. Jordan Sparks, people forget she was even on that show. Fantasia was, when she was like at the height, she was at the height. But then, Kelly Clarkson has had the longest lasting career of them all, I think. Okay. And then we have All I Ever Wanted, Kelly Clarkson. This is the second album, I think, maybe? I don't know. I might be wrong. And I might be missing one, but this is the first Kelly Clarkson album I ever bought. I don't know why I bought it, because I think I knew like one song. This song has some rock bangers. It's like pop rock, right? But she has a guitar that just like, I don't know who that dude is banging that guitar, but he is banging that guitar. He is hitting it. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, this album has a lot of rock songs that I think are so good, and still are good to this day. And only Kelly Clarkson can do what Kelly Clarkson does, because these songs are very pop and very rock. Breakaway is very pop. She's had songs with like Kenny Chesney. What's his name? Is this Kenny Chesney? She has like country songs. Country songs. They sound great. She can do any genre. Rock, pop, country. I literally don't know what she can't do. I don't. She could do ska, maybe. Bring that back. Gwen Stefani, watch out. She's coming for your job. The range, the power. She's probably like, besides, Adele has a powerful voice, but Kelly Clarkson's vocal cords are strong. Okay, she's been belting those notes for 10 plus years. Still can do it. Don't underestimate the power. Okay, this is my favorite Kelly Clarkson album. It's called Stronger. We all know the song Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We all know that song. We all know that. This album is where it's at. I feel like nobody listened to this album. It's so good. Right? What does kill you makes you stronger? Dark Side. Honestly, You Love Me. I'm just reading off the tracks. The War Is Over. You Can't Win. I'm gonna have to start listening to this again. This is also an album I probably play. Like, if you could, like, you know how if you play a tape too much, it like burns out, like the tape comes out and stuff. If CDs could do that, I would have done that with this album, right? This is her most recent one. Well, no, this isn't her most recent one. I think she had one after this or before this. I don't know her discography very well, obviously, but this is Meaning of Life. This came after Pieces of Me. Piece of Me, girl. This is Meaning of Life, and this is very good. This might be my second favorite. And Love So Soft was kind of that was a single, so I'm gonna have to start listening to this again, because I'm reading the track list and wow, these songs are, I'm like remembering them, like singing them in my head, and I really love it. This album is actually really good and really meaningful. Also, she has a song called Go High, and she made it for Michelle Obama because apparently the Obamas love Kelly Clarkson. And so when she said, when they go low, we go high, so Kelly Clarkson made a song called Go High. And it's not bad. Okay, so This is called Leo Rising by Carmen. Now, Carmen doesn't exist anymore in the same iteration. Um, I don't know if y'all know Carmen from YouTube, but they sang like the "Look at Me Now." They did like a "Look at Me Now" cover that went viral, super viral, and they went on Ellen and everything, and they got signed because they got so popular online. And then they put out 2 albums with the label that did not do well at all, and you can definitely tell that the label was controlling their aesthetic choices and their music because it sounded from what they would like put out on YouTube to like what they put out under the label. It was like, well, and I own hold on. I only own one of them and it's an EP. I don't think it's an album, but it's just called Carmen. Oh, it's called Hello. They should probably put that a little bigger. But it's called Hello and there's 6 songs, 7 songs on it and um I like the songs because I like Carmen, I like Amy, which is the singer. But it's not like good. Like it's not really that good. I know the words. Like I could sing these songs because I used to listen to it all day, every day. But it's such a big difference from where they are now. But I like it. It's definitely like a reminder of the beginnings, right? And then Leo Rising is their independent album. So they left the label because the label was trash and didn't get them, I guess. And so then they made Leo Rising, which is them as Carmen still. And I think every song had like a zodiac attached to it, and so like Taurus, Aquarius, all the blah blah blah, they all had a song attached to it, and mine is Easy Money, which I wish I had easy money, but they all the zodiac signs can't all be right. But all the songs are very good. It's very R&B, pop. um the vocals are very good on this album, but they're no longer called Carmen, so they're a duo. It's a husband and a wife, and they didn't break up, but they don't sing as a duo anymore. It's just Carmen. It's just Amy. She does vocals and she raps and she sings, and her husband Nick does the production. So they're just called Queen Herbie now. So that's Amy's new moniker is Queen Herbie, and so all their songs and all their albums are coming out under that name now. And honestly, it's some of the best music that they've made. It's some of the best music I listen to is Queen Herbie. And she explained where that name came from. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to butcher the story and I can't really remember, but it's good. I wish I had. She doesn't have any physical CDs. She didn't have a full album out yet, but if I could show you, I would. And highly recommend. She has an EP series, so there's like 8 of them or 9. Highly recommend listening to all of them. They're all good. They're all good, and it's funny because they only get better, which I find very interesting. Like each EP gets better. Like I like the first one until I get to like the 6th one. I'm like the 6th one is 10 times better. Then it gets like the 7th one. I'm like the 7th one is like 10 times better. Highly, highly recommend Queen Herbie. Like there's a song called Shawty in the 90s, which I think is probably the biggest song like that is like known to like a bigger mainstream audience kind of. So if you've never heard Shawty in the 90s, highly recommend that one to start off with and then listen to the rest. So yeah, that does it for part 2 of this. And if this isn't already too long, I will do the last part. I think there's only like a handful left. I didn't really do this evenly, but yeah, so that's the end of this part. All right, you guys, this is already a very long episode, so I'm gonna try my best to run through these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 CDs that I have. The last 10 albums. All right. For I didn't expect to talk this much. First one, Gaga, The Fame. This is it. This is what we all love and know her for. And this is Gaga's, I think, first album. It's The Fame, then The Fame Monster. I don't have The Fame Monster, but that's not the point here. This is what I have. This was on sale at um Target, half price books. I don't remember. So I just bought it because I love Just Dance. I love Love Game. Okay, I'm just reading them off. Just Dance, Love Game, Paparazzi, Poker Face, AA, Nothing Else I Can Say, which nobody knows, but I love it. Beautiful, Dirty Rich, The Fame, Money, Honey, Starstruck, Boys, 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 Paper Gangster, Brown Eyes, I Like It Rough, Summer Boy. This is it. I mean, what's funny about Gaga is she really came out the bat swinging. She came out she came on the scene swinging. Okay, Akon she partnered up with Akon's label, and Akon was like, on all the TRL, whatever the old shows are, and he was pushing Gaga, and his efforts worked because this is what an icon. I mean, can you imagine your first album right off the gates being iconic? It just they don't do them like this anymore. Okay, and then I have Joanne. Now that's a big jump. Okay, I don't have a lot of Gaga albums. I love Gaga. I was off the hype train for a long, long time. I got back on. Funny enough, with Joanne. I don't like art pop. I might have to go back and listen to it because I feel like a lot of people are revisiting it and they're like, art pop is good. Da, 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 da. So I might have to go back and listen to art pop. But Applause, I don't like Applause. And that really left a bad taste in my mouth. So I didn't listen to the rest of it. But I love Joanne. A lot of people do not. Gaga's this is the least Gaga album of all the albums. It's country folk, right? That's the vibe it goes for. And I like it. I don't know what to tell you. She did something with this one that she has never done with any of the other ones. And I just think this album obviously meant a lot to her because it's like named after her aunt who died and da 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 da. And you can kind of tell. But of course, all the other albums are great too. Born This Way is probably the most iconic. That's probably, I keep saying the mainstay album. That's probably her mainstay album is Born This Way. Art Pop, The Fame Monster. Fame Monster is probably the net, like, oof, that one did numbers, big numbers. And okay, Chromatica, which if I ever find it physically, I'm gonna buy Chromatica because I love 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 it. Um, Chromatica is a weird one because it's probably one of her. I don't want to say best. Ugh. It's a great album that got no promotion, which is weird because Gaga literally dropped it, gave us some Oreos, and then dipped. Okay, Gaga said I have movies to work on. Okay, I'm trying to get an Oscar before I'm 40, so I don't have time to promote Chromatica. There's a pandemic. So listen to it or don't, I don't care. That's literally what she said. I heard her say it. That's what she said. But whether she might hate it, but I don't. So I listen to Chromatica daily. Um, if the only promotion we got of those Oreos, then so be it. Bury me with my Chromatica Oreos. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's unfortunate. But I love, love, love Chromatica, and I will buy it someday if I can find it on sale. Okay, next is music at its finest, Adele 19, right? Adele, also another person who came on the scene swinging, okay? Adele didn't come to play. Adele didn't come to play. 19 years old, made this music. Chasing Pavements, you're joking? Next, 21. So Adele named hers after her ages, which is dope, I think. 21 is her mainstay. This album did gangbusters. Like she went on SNL, which I think is what is saying Someone Like You, which I think is what really put her on the scene for a lot of like, because a lot of old people and a lot of like parents still watch SNL. And so I feel like parents love Adele. Okay. Moms, dads, uncles, aunts, cousins, they love Adele. 21 is what this is what made her the queen, right? Rolling in the Deep, Rumor Has It, Turning Tables, Don't You Remember, Set Fire to the Rain, Someone Like You. They're all good. There are no skips on this one either. Set Fire to the Rain was my favorite song in this album. I don't think it is anymore. Take It All might be. Take It All is very good. So 21 is it. 21 is gonna go down as one of the best albums of all time. I say that now. I know she's still young and all, but already living legend. Her numbers are insane. And then there's 25, which is very good. Also, another person who had the opposite of a sophomore slump is Adele. I said that, I think. But 25 is good. It's not as good as 21. Nowhere near as good as 21. 21 is that's going to be hard to outdo. 25 is okay, though. All great songs. All great songs. Water in the Bridge. Water Under the Bridge might be my favorite. Ugh, that's hard. I like Remedy, too. Maybe it's Remedy. One of those two. But Adele is unlike any other artist. Like there's so much soul in all of her music that it's unlike anything we've really ever experienced, I feel like. Or ever will experience. Especially with like this generation of music, right? She really stands out. Okay, next is Bridget Mendler. Now, you might be thinking, Kaylin, Why did you buy Good Luck Charlie's album? And to that I say, I don't know what made me buy this. I think I knew what's the song that was Ready or Not? They play that on the Disney Channel every day. Ready or Not was on the radio. And it's okay. I saw this, it might have been $5. I don't remember, but I bought it and I listened to it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I don't know these songs. Let me sit and listen to it. Popped it in my CD player. When I tell you I didn't know what to do with myself, I didn't know what to do with myself. It is, it's better. Okay, this is what I'll say about Bridget Mendler. It's called Hello, My Name Is. That's the album. It is better than it should be. That is the whole album. Like, if I had to describe it, it's better than it should be. And I remember Donita made fun of me for buying it. And then I gave it to her to listen to because she put it on my iPad for me. It, which is such a childish thing to say. That's such a kids. Can you put some on my iPad for me? Because I didn't have a computer. But and she gave it back to me and she was like, I hate you because this is good. And I said, I know. This is pop music unlike any. It's such. Bridget Mendler has a weird accent when she sings, and I don't know what to call it, but it's good. It's good. If you listen to top, if you listen to Love Will Tell Us Where to Go, if you listen to Rock, if you listen to Blonde, if you listen to a song called Blind, and you tell me you don't like this album, then you're crazy. If you listen to 515 and you say you don't like this album, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you listen to All I See Is Gold and you're like, whatever, I don't know what to tell you. Like, your ears must be busted. Moving on, churches. Churches spelled with a V instead of a U. I think they're from Glasgow, so I think they're Scottish. I think that's Scottish. I might be completely wrong, honestly. Hold up. Anyway, they're foreigners. And churches, my brother used to call them Servaces because of the way it's spelled. So sometimes I still call them Servaces. But this is, I think, their first album that they put out, their first LP. And it's like electronic. It's electronic pop for sure. Science and Visions and The Mother We Share are probably some of the best songs. My favorite song is Gun, and my favorite song is Gun. Highly recommend if you like electronic-y sounding music. I mean, it's a little old now. It's about 8 years old, but still slaps. Highly recommend Servachi slash Churches if you need something new. They also have another album that I don't own physically, which I want to get. It's called Every Open Eye or Every Open Eye. That one's really good. That one is really good. Okay, next is Lord. Now I don't have Pure Heroin, which is my favorite of hers. Out of the two albums that she has, I like Pure Heroin better. But Melodrama is very good. I will buy Pure Heroin on CD soon if I find it somewhere. And this one doesn't hit me as hard as Pure Heroin, and that's okay. Like, they don't have to hit as hard. People really like Melodrama. Greenlight is the best song. Yeah, I think it is. Or Liability is very good too. That's hard. That's actually really hard. That's really hard. Oh, because I'm usually like not a slow song person. Like, my favorite song is never a slow song, but on this album, the Liability is a slow song, and it might be my favorite. So, but yeah, and then Sober Two. Hold on, the trumpets on Sober Two in parentheses Melodrama is so good that I think everyone should stop using trumpets in their songs because Lord did it the best. And honestly, what's the point anymore? If you're not going to do it as well as Lord did it in Melodrama, then don't do it because it just isn't ever going to be as impactful. So you might as well quit while you're ahead. If you are making an album right now, you have trumpets on it, I highly suggest you take them off. Okay, anyway. But yeah, this album doesn't hit as hard. Pure Heroine is better, and that's just me. But I love the aesthetic of this album. Like, her little, like, artist Picasso looking cover, like her face is very beautiful. Okay, then we have JoJo. So JoJo has an album called Mad Love, which I don't own. That's when she like had a comeback, right? And Mad Love is a great album. I don't own it. I will buy it one day. But this is her second one, like post comeback, and it's called Good to Know. And this is, I think, maybe like, I love Mad Love, but I feel like when I listen to this, this is definitely like the music she's been wanting to make for a long time. That's what I feel when I listen to this, because it's very R&B. It's very soulful. It's very JoJo. Very good. Okay, I don't listen to it a lot, but it's good. And then we have, maybe this is it. This is the last one. Maybe one of the best albums to hit the scene of all time. Maybe one of the best albums of all time. I don't want to be hyperbolic. I'll also notice I have no men on this list, which I think is lovely. I don't think I have any male artist CDs, and I like to keep it that way. If I'm honest, I think I just want, when I have my collection when I'm old and old and crusty, I want to have just a cascade of CDs that are just all female artists. But Lauren Hill, The Miseducation of Lauren Hill, is a very meaningful album. The only hip hop artist to win album of the year, I think. For sure, the only female hip hop artist to win album of the year. To this day, and that was in like what, 2000 something, 1999. I don't know, but a long time ago, and which I think is crazy. There are plenty of other like female hip hop albums that I think should have won album of the year, but Lauren Hill made it so good that it was undeniable. They had to give it to her, right? She's also on the very short list of black women who've won album of the year. Give it to Beyonce, you cowards. But Lauren Hill's, it honestly, every song is so good. And this album came on, okay, the copyright date is 1998, and every song to this day is still so good and relevant. And the sound itself is like timeless. Like, like some 90s rap sounds like 90s rap, 90s R&B sounds like 90s R&B. This just sounds like music, period. No time, just music. And Lauren Hill, one of the greatest. The only album I think she has. And so, um, which makes me sad, but it is what it is. Make a great album, then dip. I guess. Hey, why not? Okay. So that's all my CDs. All in total, I have 57 CDs, and someday I will have 100. I just will. Uh, so thank you for going on this journey with me. I've never gone through every CD all at once and like talked about them. I have a story about like every album I've ever had that I've ever bought, because I put so much meaning into them. But yeah. And next time I do a podcast haul, I will do my DVDs and my Blu-rays, because I have a lot of those. I don't think I have as many as I have CDs, but I have a lot of DVDs. And actually, I might. There are a lot of them up there. Um, so yeah. And I'll probably do games as well, because me and my brother have collected a lot of like PlayStation 4 games over this, and I love those games. So I'll talk about that too. But that'll be in the far future. I think the next one I'll do is the DVDs. So yeah, I hope this music journey has been exciting. I hope one of these stuck out to you, and maybe you'll go and listen to. If you've never listened to Lauryn Hill before, seriously, this is, if you listen to none of these, listen to the Lauryn Hill one. And yeah, yeah, that's gonna be the end of the episode. Stay safe, get your vaccine, uh, do all the right things. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. All right, bye, y'all.